I have started this journey in a little town called Glenmora. I stopped here and got out of the Bronco because this Pringle Theater caught my eye. I had read on the local news that the high school students here in town are trying to save this theater. I find that admirable. The Pringle Theater was built in 1942, so it's been here for a while. Wow, look at that. Coming, Runaway Bride. Now that's an old movie. You think that was the last movie that played here? I'm kind of thinking maybe that is the case. It's definitely worth saving because it is kind of a cool looking old theater. You know, the even cooler thing is it has a coin-up laundry next door. I mean, it's just built like added on to the building, which is kind of odd if you think about it. Anyway, yeah, you could put your clothes in the laundry and then come watch a movie. How cool would that be? Anyway, this is one of the fading towns of Louisiana I'm going to visit today. In 2020, the population was 1,087. The peak population of this town was in 1930, when there were nearly 1,900 people here. It's been losing population ever since. The 2010 census had it at 1,342. So in that decade, the town lost almost 300 people, or yeah, about 300 people, about 25%. So the town is definitely losing people. Anyway, I'm going to show you where I'm going to be today. You can see I'm right here, just southwest of Alexandria. We got Lake Charles here, Lafayette here, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans. This area right here. So I'm going to explore the northern part of it today. So time to get that journey started. First thing I'm going to do though is check out a couple neighborhoods here in Glenmora. It's not a huge downtown. This is pretty much it right here. I don't know if any of the buildings are operating. Maybe some of them. Yeah, I've got a flea market here. Anyway, I'm going to head over in this direction and check out a couple neighborhoods. This is a church, believe it or not. Yeah, looks like a preacher's sitting out there waiting for his flock to show up. It is Sunday morning, by the way, about 11. Now that is a pack rat. I don't know, that might not even be lived in. It almost seems like it's a storage shed, doesn't it? Huh. You see houses being reclaimed by nature pretty often. You don't always see mobile homes. But yeah, that one has been abandoned for a very long time. That is clear. And nature is taking it. Yeah, here's a second mobile home that nature is reclaiming. It's just slowly disintegrating as the trees and bushes tear it apart. Fascinating. All right, that's enough here. I'm going to head to the small city of Oakdale next. All right, I am in Oakdale. Again, it's like a lot of these towns I'm visiting is fading. In 2020, the population here was 6,600, a little over. The peak population was just 22 years ago in 2000, when there were nearly 8,200 people here. So they've lost, you know, geez, 20%, 25% of the population. And that train is loud. Anyway, they've lost quite a bit of population over the past 20 plus years. And, you know, the city is slowly fading away. But anyway, I'm trying to see where that train is. All right, well, when I get back into Bronco, let's check out some other areas of this town. I think I'm in an alley. Yeah, it looked like a street. Well, it's the street for this trailer. Well, I found myself in a trailer park, it looks like. Although I'm not sure if anybody lives here. I don't think so. I think they're just sitting here empty. Well, here. I'm going to head to the next town. It's called Oberlin. I'll take a quick look here, though. I think these homes here are pretty old. Well, okay. I'm going to head to Oberlin, Louisiana next. Alright, I have just arrived in Oberlin. And I'm driving down the downtown. A little hair salon. That's a little hair salon. I'm just going to take a slow drive down beautiful downtown Oberlin. Get a good look. Well, that's empty. I'm seeing an impressive looking building straight ahead, though. So it looks like it's got quite the courthouse. This is catching my eye. Authorized Sherwin Williams paint service on a building that clearly needs a paint job. I got a mural over here. Might have to get a closer look at that in a second. Gotta check out this courthouse, though. I'm guessing that's what it is. Yeah, mostly empty here. That's pretty impressive, though, isn't it? Yeah, that's a beautiful building. Alright, I'm heading back down this main street. I'll take a look around here. Let's get a look at this mural, huh? It's very faded, though, isn't it? So you got an accordion player, a fiddle player, and a Native American. Interesting. Right now there's a little less than 1,400 people. So the city has lost about 25% of its population over the past 20 years. And it's losing people every year. So yeah, it's a town that is slowly dying. Don't know what's going on here because there's a ton of cars here, but there's no church or anything like that. I'm wondering if this I don't know what's going on, but whoever is here, they got a ton of vehicles. Huh. Here's a house with a 3-car garage. It's not that big a house, but it's got 3 garages. Huh. And well, there's a bunch of stuff there. Huh. Well, look around a little bit more. Wow, look at all the trash. That I don't get. You can be poor, but you can still pick up your trash. I just don't understand it. That was here before tiny homes became the thing, I'm gonna guess. Anyway, I think that's enough of Oberlin. I'm going to head to a town called Mamou, M-A-M-O-U. That's next, and it is a really interesting place. Wow, would you look at all that. Huh. Anyway, yeah, Mamou is next. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I'm sure someone will let me know. Alright, I am approaching, is it Mamou or Mamou? Australian Siri pronounces it Mamou. I don't know. Someone let us know. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to drive through downtown here and just take a quick look. Then we will look around the city a little bit more. See what's going on here. Oh, they got a, I guess that's a hotel. Or a motel, actually. No parking here to corner. I guess I better move. See what we got here. Not sure what's going on there. I guess it used to be a gas station. Let's see. Let me tell you a little bit about the town. Peak population was in 2000, and yeah, year 2000 there was about 3,600 people here. Just checking out this dog. He's checking me out back. Anyway, in the year 2000 there were 3,600 people here. That's when it was the most populated in its history. Today there's around 2,900 people, so it's lost 700 people, or about 25% roughly of its population, and it continues to lose population every year. Now I'm looking for a place called Fred's Lounge. It's quite famous. Mamou calls itself the Cajun music capital of the world. And this Fred's Lounge has been playing live music every weekend. Live Cajun music, specifically, for over 50 years. And Donut Queen. Anyway, it's supposedly world famous. So, yeah, we got to find that place for sure. Well, I'm currently just kind of driving around town at the moment. Because I have no phone service. There's the town. Is it Mamou or Mamou? Oh, somebody let me know. But look on the corner there. No phone service. So I can't get Australian Siri to give me some directions. We've got some, I guess, abandoned houses. I don't know what's going on there. It's got a beware of dog sign. Huh. Well, let's see what's up here. Yeah, little trampoline. Here's a house that I'm pretty sure no one lives in right now. Can you read that? No trespassing. Can you read it? No trespassing. Not trespassing. Trespassing. Yeah. I guess I need to learn how to spell. And that's, well, no interest in trespassing that's for sure. Got us some washer dryer set, it looks like there. Okay, I have found the place. It's right here. I actually drove by it. There it is. Fred's Lounge. Mamou. Cajun music, capital of the world. Fascinating. See if I can get a look at the front of it. Wow, it's got, I'm gonna have to get out and look at that. It's got a placard on it, you know, one that is signifying it as a historical spot. So I'm gonna have to get out and take a look at that. All right, so I have disembarked the Bronco here in Mamou, Louisiana. Gonna take a look at that placard. Got an empty building here. Is that a gunshot? It might be. Anyway, let's go check out this Fred's Lounge. Alright, I'm approaching Fred's Lounge. Is this a place where you get your hair cut? Huh. Alright, let's take a look here. Fred's Lounge. There we go, Fred's Lounge. 11/20/46. Fred purchased Tate's Bar, now known as famous Fred's Lounge, Mamou, Louisiana. In 1950, Courrier de Mardi Gras was revived at Fred's Lounge. June 1962, the late Revon Reed began remote radio program at Fred's Lounge, which is still alive today. French Renaissance, Cajun music, language, and culture after World War II originated at Fred's Lounge. Another quick look at the town before I get in the car. It's so quiet, huh? Except for some music down the road. Wow. And here it is, folks. Mamou, Louisiana, just in case you were ever wondering. Wow. Honestly, quiet and peaceful here. Well, let's go to the next town. Alright, I am exiting Mamou now. I just got some phone service. One little dot. So I was able to get Australian Siri to map me out a route. Look at that big cemetery. I think there's more people in the cemetery than there are in this town. But anyway, yeah, the next town is Ville Platte, or Ville Platte. It's French. So we're going there next. I am entering Ville Platte, or Ville Platte, right now. As you approach downtown, this is what you see. Wow, big cemetery. Ville Platte means flat town in French. This town bills itself as the smoked meat capital of the world. And
Southeast Railroad Avenue, then turn right onto East Main Street.
Well, thank you for that, Australian Siri. She still directed me where to go. Anyway, Yeah, where was I? Smoked meat capital of the world.
The next stop sign, turn right.
And one other thing. The swamp pop capital of the world. I had to look that up. I'll tell you what that is in a second. I have disembarked the Bronco because, yeah, I need to get a closer look at this place. Woo! That was a storefront. Not anymore. The store is gone behind it. There's trash everywhere. Jeez. Yeah, this is definitely a town that is at best fading. Wow. See all the trash? I mean, people just leave their trash on the sidewalks here in downtown Ville Platte. Wow, look at all that up there. I'm gonna come over here and check out something. This used to be a gas station. Looks like, not anymore. And we got a couple buildings over here. You can see trash right there. It's piled up. And look at these two buildings. And they're just sitting empty. Whew. This car wash here. I'm going to guess that is empty. Or not operating. Not open for business, let's put it that way. Wow. You got something over there. That looks like it's closed. I'm gonna head back to downtown. I'm back out here on the main street. And look at all this. More trash on the ground. This has just been busted out, piled with trash. Let me back out a little. Now the traffic's gone. Huh. I mean, whew. Wow. Anyway, yeah. Freddy's Bar. No one under 21. No loitering. I don't think they're open though. I don't know what to say. I guess you guys can say it all in the comments. Huh. Man. Well, I think this town, wow. It's big. It appears to be empty, yeah. That's really a shame. That could be a really nice house. This one's empty too, it looks like. Well, I think I'm going to head to the next town now. It is called Bunkie. Funky name, isn't it? I'll tell you why it's called that when I get there. Jeez. Anyway, going to head there right now. Okay, everyone, I am in Bunkie, Louisiana. I told you I was going to tell you where the name came from. The first settler to this town named it after his daughter, his young daughter. So it makes sense now, doesn't it? Bunkie sounded kind of funky or weird maybe, until you understand it was what a father called his daughter, his young daughter. So it makes sense now, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to drive around the town here a bit. Let's see what we can see here. And somebody's got the, well, some kind of spirit here. Wow, look at this. I don't know what that was all about. The peak population of this town was 5,400 in 1970. Today there is about 3,300. So it's lost a lot of population. I mean, that's like 40% since 1970. You can kind of see it. You can see it right here. Yeah. This is like a secondary downtown here. This looks like it was, wow, Piano Antique Restoration. McNabb Music Company. How about that? Huh. Let's drive into the neighborhood a little bit here. Yeah. A lot of closed up stuff here. Wow. Holy cow. Man. There's another. That looks abandoned there, or empty. But man, look at some of these houses. That one is looks empty too, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I think that one's been condemned. Just looking at some of these places going, whoa. It's old shotgun house though. And not livable. Huh. This looks like it was a gas station at one time, or a garage maybe. Obviously not in business now. Wow. Nature's taking that one. This one's getting swallowed up by nature. Yeah. You got a couple more here too. Yeah, nature is taking these. A lot of abandoned houses here, but you know, the town has lost 40% of its population, so that shouldn't be a surprise, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to head to Marksville, next, and that's going to be the last town that we visit. On my way to Marksville, slowing down to give you a look at this. Yeah, this genuine swamp. You know you're in Louisiana when you see this. How many alligators do you think are down there? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, I am driving into Marksville. You can see the cool theater they have here. Should be approaching downtown. Looks like I am. Marksville's peak population was in 2010. 5,700 people here then, and it's been losing population ever since though. Right now there's about 5,000 people here. I'm just going to take a drive around this courtyard downtown, see what all's here. Looks like it might be, yeah, a square downtown. Look at here. I believe this is the county courthouse to my left. Now it has got some history. I'll tell you about that in a second. I think I'm going to get out. Take a look on foot. I'm out on foot now. I'm going to head up to this courthouse. Let's take a look around here. See what's going on in this town. Got a lot of buildings over here. I don't know if anything's in them. Anyway, let's check out some of these historic placards, if you will. It's a beautiful building, isn't it? Whoa! If you've ever seen the movie 12 Years a Slave, and it's a great movie, it won Best Picture the year it came out, the Academy Award. Well, they've got a placard here for it. Yeah, Solomon Northup, 12 Years a Slave, a free man of color from New York, was lured to Washington, D.C. in 1841, kidnapped into slavery, brought to New Orleans. He was sold to spend 12 years as a slave in central Louisiana, arriving on the Red River in Alexandria. After 2 years in Rapides, he was then sold to Edwin Epps, a small planter near present Bunkie area. We were just in Bunkie. He labored as a slave for 10 years. December 1952, attorney Henry Northup of New York came to free Northup with the help of the Avoyelles sheriff. January 1853, he was released with the help of Marksville attorney John Waddell in this very courthouse. Yeah. So it was here in this courthouse that he was freed. It's a great movie if you ever want to watch it. Brad Pitt produced it. Interestingly, Brad Pitt won an Oscar for that. I think it was his first Oscar. So it wasn't for acting, it was for producing a movie. This caught my eye here. It is a theater, it looks like. Bailey Theater. It actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. Look at these lions. How cool. Let's check this out. Bailey Theater, circa 1916. Movie theater built in the arts and crafts style by the Meyer family, or it might be Mayer family. First known as the Palace Theater, home to silent movies and later speaking films until about 1975. Is it open still though? I'm not sure. It has been refurbished. Anyway, it's in pretty good shape. Look at it. It's painted. It's got the lights on. Some of the lights on underneath there. Some of the bulbs are missing. Yeah, this is pretty magnificent. Let's back up so you can see the whole thing. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And what's this say? If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, in a state of civilization, expects that which never was and never shall be. Thomas Jefferson. Well, there you go. That's pretty interesting. All right. Well, I think, no, I don't think. This was the end of this video. Going to head back to the hotel. We will be in Lafayette in the next at least 2 videos. There will be a video like I just did where I'm going to drive around the small towns in that area, and of course Lafayette. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. Those videos are next, so be looking for them.